As you move through your research, it's important to understand the difference between scholarly and popular sources, as well as when and how to use them. We've all felt overwhelmed by the assignment requirements instructing us to use scholarly and credible sources without the instruction on what exactly that means. While I aim to remedy that in this tutorial, you should always ask your instructors for clarification. Let's start by examining some popular and pop culture sources, which are produced for the general public or interest groups, generally at a 6th through 8th grade comprehension level. These resources can be educational, informative, and credible, even with distracting advertising content. Popular and pop culture sources also help us understand our world and cultures outside of our own. Adding popular and pop culture sources to an academic work can help engage non-academic audiences by making more complex content relatable. It's always important to acknowledge when a work is based in fiction or the producer is a journalist or creative content producer. Even though many popular sources undergo some form of vetting, editing, or fact-checking process, it's up to us as scholars to double and triple check that sources and content producers are accurate and qualified to create and share information on a given topic. Scholarly sources take some of that guesswork away. They are often peer-reviewed and highly vetted before publication. Scholarly sources are produced for academic and professional audiences by researchers, academics, and practitioners in a specific field, with the aim to document and analyze phenomenon and contribute to research and dialogue in that field. Again, as information mediums and access advance, always double-check with your instructor on what they will accept as a scholarly source. This is especially important as increasingly more open-access journals and repositories become available, allowing researchers and the general public access to current research in science, medicine, and communities that was once only available through expensive journals and databases. Freely available and low-cost sources can also be highly credible and even qualify as scholarly when they are backed by research and data and nested in facts. Still, as a member of an academic community, you do have access to these databases, and it's important that you can navigate them effectively to ensure you are getting peer-reviewed, current scholarship to support your own work. You should also feel comfortable navigating academic sources. Make sure you can easily find and understand the relevant information to accurately cite each source, as well as where to find credentials for each contributing author. Though reading through scholarly sources can be cumbersome, they often follow a basic format to guide their narrative. Understanding the purpose for each section can help minimize some of the stress you might feel working through source materials, as it's not always necessary or helpful to read through each section. Still, many academic works are locked behind a paywall, so folks outside of the academy may not be able to easily access current research or new ideas. Some researchers and educators have taken to creating podcasts, vlogs, and blogs where they can share their work to a general audience without violating copyright or contract agreements. This certainly qualifies as credible information, likely counts as scholarly information, but once you have the scholar's details, aim to find one or more of their published peer-reviewed sources. Additionally, think tank organizations like the Pew Research Center are independent research agencies that often make reports and data publicly available in easier-to-digest formats. Some think tanks are nonpartisan, while others may support biased agendas, lobbyists and activists, or even have corporate sponsorship. Government and legal publications follow specific guidelines and are bound by information sharing ethics. However, in highly contentious societies, government documents may omit facts and details or still promote a biased agenda. Documents such as legal transcripts, court decisions, and scientific research generally fall under scholarly or primary sources, but be sure to check the agenda or bias for any witness statements. As junior scholars, you will need to rely on a variety of information sources that not only support your research initiatives, but help to establish your voice and authority in your field. Investigate myriad source types and information mediums, document strong ideas, acknowledge the value of the information you share, and you will contribute worthwhile scholarship in your discipline. And remember, if you're struggling, reach out to your friendly graduate research librarian.